Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Never Ever Met, Season 1, Episode 4.
Listen, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. The show been good. Let's keep going. Blair, walk us through this, please.
Yes, so it's a new day.
It's a new day.
Sienna felt disappointed, but free, after Brandon said he didn't want to move forward romantically.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks that they might be able to salvage a friendship, though.
What do you mean salvage a friendship?
Why are we even here?
Yes. Okay.
So the host pulls Brandon and Sienna for a chat.
Uh-oh.
Taronda tells them, y'all gotta go home.
Oh, my goodness. You saw it coming.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they not going to kick him out. And just as I thought, if the host come in the middle of the day for no reason,
yes,
hey, come here. I know you had a good workout, Y'all over here playing cards or whatever y'all doing in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I need y'all to go.
Right.
What did you think about that?
I thought rightfully so. I mean, this show is about romantic connection.
Yeah.
So if y'all aren't pursuing anything, which we see further on into the episode, we've got couple exercises that we're doing.
Facts.
So if you're not here for that, then you should probably go. That includes Jody. So
listen here, Jody saved her and Aaron. Okay, she said, "Yeah, I like Aaron, right? Aaron, right? Yeah, Brandon trying to make it seem like this is crazy. Like, they sending us home. Brandon, stop it. You said you didn't want a romantic relationship with her.
Yeah.
So guess what? Maybe she knew the play. Maybe that's the benefit of her maybe being from the East Coast. Maybe she more street smart and saying like, yeah, I can see myself being with him, knowing that if we're not together, we won't be on the show.
True.
Maybe, you played your hand and showed your hand too early, but it's good that they off the show though.
Yeah. Well, they both think that they've learned about themselves a lot throughout this process.
Okay.
Brandon is still open to dating somebody online. He just knows he'll probably meet the girl sooner. Sienna doesn't really want to do online dating anymore, but she says if she does decide to, she too would meet the person sooner.
I mean, that's common sense. Give me something else y'all learn. Okay.
So Taronda is telling everyone why Brandon and Sienna left.
Yeah.
And she tells everyone else that they should focus on their partners, and we are going on a field trip later on today.
Yeah. Listen here, I'm just giving y'all a warning. If y'all not connecting, y'all are leaving.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, Aaron H. talks to Dymond.
Hey, Aaron.
And she is expressing how she doesn't like fake people, including him. She considers him fake.
You're fake.
She said Aaron, her man, was one of the men who didn't speak up when Jody was Jody said who was talking about me, and Dymond was like, the men were talking. So that's where we're at. Well, Aaron says that to himself, pretty much is what I think he said to himself, is that I need to prove something to my lady, that I'm going to speak up. So he goes into the kitchen where everybody's chilling, minding their own business.
Okay. And
he lets everybody know that he never liked Jody. He thinks she's full of crap. He tells Jody that everybody talked about her. And Dymond is like, you talking to everybody else, but they've been talking about you too. And Jody's like, well, I'm not worried about that. I just don't want to talk to you, Dymond. So Jody is like, Dymond keeps telling lies. Aaron J is telling Aaron H to calm down. And Aaron H is just like, don't let her silence you. Speak up. Speak up. Say what you want to say. Don't let her shut you down. Aaron is like, he's going to stick behind Dymond. He feels he is basically... What's his name? Aaron J is going to call him one day and tell him that he was right.
Give me your phone number, brother.
Because he saw through this lady and knows that she does not want him. He said nothing y'all do connects, and he hopes Aaron finds a new person.
You first or I'm first?
You go ahead.
Aaron, now you want to choose to defend your lady is wild. Number one, let's run through this scene again. Dymond tells you are fake, right? And that you are one of the fake people in the house, including everybody else. Because when I spoke up for the men, which the men did not ask her to do, by the way,
right.
You did not say anything. So he, with the battery put in his back, was like, you know what? There's one thing I want to tell y'all. I am not fake, and I just want to let y'all know right now, Jody, I don't like you. Who do you think you are, Aaron? And this is the problem that I have with Aaron and Dymond. Who put y'all as like the head couple of the house? I don't care if you like me. You get what I'm saying?
I don't care how old you are.
Why do you feel comfortable telling another woman that you don't like her like in that way?
Exactly.
Why does it matter to you if you like her? You get what I'm saying? And now you feeling all proud of yourself, like that's a strike and that's a check mark for me. Now Dymond go like me. First of all, any man that lets a woman or puts a or allow a woman to put a battery in their back and basically let them puppet master them is weak. You showed yourself to be very weak. Because you didn't use that moment to apologize to Dymond, to say, you know what, I did not know you wanted me to show up for you in that way. I apologize. But in that moment, you felt yourself to correct the situation by yelling at another woman?
Right.
Help me with that, Blair. What do you think? I have more.
I thought it was very childish.
Yeah.
I thought that you were trying to prove something to your lady, so you went ahead and attacked this other woman when really the moment had passed. You missed your chance. You missed your opportunity to speak up. Taronda just told y'all to mind y'all's business.
Literally.
And you come out of nowhere attacking this girl. So I thought it was very childish and immature, and it made you look stupid to me.
Yeah.
If it looked good to Dymond, I guess that's the lady you want to be with, and that's all you got to worry about. But you look like you have jacked up character for coming after
100%.
a lady that you really don't even know like that. So
and the whole
you look crazy.
100%. And the whole point of that is Dymond back there is smirking in the back because she know that she can control you, but yet you have skeletons in your closet.
Yeah,
you keep proposing to women. So like I don't understand this whole thing of being fake, of you going at Jody as if Jody relationship with Aaron or her relationship with Chris even matters to y'all.
Right.
It really don't. So it was sad to watch. Hopefully you're proud of yourself. You seem like you're proud of yourself. And then whole time you telling the other Aaron, don't let her shut you up. But whole time you letting Dymond make you run in the room and correct people. Yeah. Y'all both doing the same thing. So in my opinion, I think that made you look terrible. That made you look immature. That made you look weak. That made everything you thought you achieved, you actually didn't. Right. But there's more. You get what I'm saying?
But if the only opinion he cares about is Dymond, then she was pleased. So be happy with Dymond. Don't be coming around worrying about what other people saying.
Exactly.
So Dymond fills Shay in on what's going on because Shay, she be chilling. She be in the boom boom room.
I feel like Shay
she be off like to the cut by herself. I'm just like, that's all right. So
is it though? I don't think.
I don't think she should be in the mix. I think she should be there focusing on her person the way she is. I mean, she is really focused on her man.
But Shay don't even be in the room. Like her husband was in the room eating.
Yeah, that's true. Shay just be chilling.
Shay just popped up like, what's going on? I'm like, where were you? I forgot you was on the show. But continue.
Well, Chris says that he hasn't said anything bad about Jody.
Yeah.
He's going around the room trying to point out people. Did y'all say something? Did y'all say something? And Millie is just not having it. So she gets upset. Chris says, Jody is one of the favorite people in his house. And Millie says, is she one of your favorite people or the favorite person? So Millie says Jody and Chris have never said good things about their partners. And why be fake? Like, if y'all don't want to be real and be with your partners, just say it.
Yeah, the problem with Millie that I have in this scene is that everyone is speaking about, listen, if Jody, Chris, Aaron, whatever throuple they got, whatever they're doing, it literally do not affect y'all. Yeah. So I don't understand this self-righteous stance that y'all taking in the sense of, like, y'all not the counselors. Y'all not even the host of the show. Let them deal with it. You get what I'm saying? If Chris is doing something or if Joanna is doing something to basically cause a stumbling block of how the house functions, that's one thing. But if it's their personal relationship and how they moving and you're like, you don't really show attention to your girl or you don't show attention to your guy, why is that my opinion, Millie? Why is it my opinion, Dymond? Why do I have an opinion about it, Aaron? Like, it makes no sense to me. Yeah. But like I said, this is a house full of weirdos. I told y'all this back in a couple episodes ago. Everyone in that house is weirdos. All of y'all are dating these people and chose for whatever reason y'all have to not meet them and wait till production put y'all all together in the house. All of y'all are weird. But continue.
Well, Dymond thanks Aaron and she's hugging and kissing on him.
Weak.
And he got what he wanted. So be happy with that. And don't be worried about nothing else. Okay?
You saw him? He straight came in the room like, man, man, sit down somewhere, man. Like you have a problem, bro.
Well, Chris tells Sandia that all these people are full of ish.
Possibly.
No one has anything else to talk about. And Sandia, she's just like, I was just confused. It was a lot going on. I didn't know what to say. And I do think Sandia needs to learn to speak up at times.
Can I question you on that?
Sure.
I want your opinion on, let's say she's not confrontational. She says she's not confrontational. Right. I think she says that, right? But if you're confrontational for her, let's say like Dymond or like Millie, do you think that person is doing a disservice to the one that's not confrontational?
Yeah.
Because now you're causing the conflict and kind of making me have to respond or put me in the middle of it.
It is, because they're over here thinking that they're sticking up for her.
Yeah.
And they're speaking up for her because she can't do it herself. And they're creating all of this other ruckus in the house. Now Dymond and Aaron got issues because Aaron didn't speak up for Dymond when Dymond was speaking up for Sandia. So I think Sandia, even though people came to her and she agreed that, yeah, this is a weird situation, I'm uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
She should have told them, but I don't want y'all to say anything. Like, this has nothing to do with y'all. If it's something I want to address, I'll address. And she did in that moment say, I'm going to talk to Chris. But when it came to all the hooting and hollering, I mean, I do think Sandia should have spoke up and been like, I think everybody should just kind of mind their business.
Yeah,
you know?
But she's not confrontational.
I know, but I'm saying I think she needs to work on that muscle.
Okay.
That's all. Well, he says all that matters is if Sandia's good. He needs them to stick with each other, and he didn't come here to talk to other women. He tells her not to let other people get in his head, in her head.
Well, I will say this though, Chris, right? They shouldn't comment on your relationship because they have their own weird relationship to worry about. But we are a review show. So we could comment on your relationship. You building this bond, or you even saying like Jody's one of the closest people in the house, that's weird in itself.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't seen, never ever met, since the name of the show, of your partner, right? So the fact that y'all is on the show for a limited amount of time, this is not a show that's going to go into the end of the year. I hope not, right? Why are you not using that limited amount of time to actually make Sandia your favorite person in the house?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you spreading yourself thin to try to build a relationship with two strangers? Yeah. That makes no sense to me. Yeah. But that's my place to say, and that's Blair's place to say, because we review the show. I don't think any of them that are in the same boat have that place to say that. Right. You know?
So we see the couples, they get into their cars, they make it to their field trip, and we see ropes and feathers as we walk in. Okay. So they are going to be exploring something called rope bondage. Okay. And it's about surrendering, but also taking care of the well-being of your partner. Yeah. With healthy communication. Okay. Jody was SA'd at a younger age, but she says she grew from that experience. Now she is a sex therapist. Each couple decides who's going to be the one to be tied up. And pretty much the rope is like an extension of your arm. So they're supposed to be tying it around, but not too tight. So basically it's like a hug to the person. So, and then they stroke their partners with the feathers and basically slowly and sensually untie their partners at the end. So after all of that they do, everyone is hugged up. Basically, they enjoy the experience. They feel closer to their partners. And Aaron J is looking around, noticing it, and he's asking Jody, "You think maybe we should like do more?" And Jody's like, "No, we did what we supposed to do. I'm hungry now." So,
what are your thoughts on that exercise?
I thought it was a good exercise.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Help me.
Because one, is about trusting. So I thought that the person who had to be like wrapped up and put blindfolded on, it is like a trust exercise. And also to basically have your other senses heightened. So basically not so much worrying about communication and I agreeing in things that they're saying, like, are we on the same page? But basically just getting that physicality together. Where I think some of the couples have had issues with the physicality, like Millie and Greg, pretty much just Millie and Greg, I think. Everybody else.
And Jody.
And Jody, but I don't think she liked that man. And even Sandia and Chris, like, I feel like it was a good way of like introducing the physicality for people who might be having a harder time with it. So I think it was a good experience for them.
Yeah, I think it was a terrible exercise. Okay. I'm tired of these like sexual type of exercises. All right. There's other ways that you could build trust, or build that type of healthy communication with trust. but this is just a simplistic the lowest. What is that saying? The lowest hanging
fruit.
The lowest hanging fruit, and just pick like, oh, we go pick this type of bondage and things like that to make it type of sexual. These people don't even know how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And now, like, you making like, oh, we gonna make it sexual, or we gonna make it sensual, and things of that nature. I already knew Millie wasn't going to be the one that would choose to be tied up. Jody, which we learned through her confessional, basically what she battled with. Hopefully things are all right with her. Hopefully she have peace of mind with that. That she wasn't going to be the one tied up. I'm never going to be the one tied up. You get what I'm saying? So I just think that for these people that never met, that we are skipping a lot of steps.
That's fair.
And going straight to, remember, the first exercise was sex positions.
Right.
Which I thought was juvenile and kind of tacky. This is kind of tacky too. Let's do a trust fall. Okay? Fall back and I catch you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's other things in other ways. There's some people in that house, not to put a spotlight on Shay and Josh, but all they've been doing is using the boom boom room. And probably all they know how to do is the physicality. So they will master stuff like this. But I haven't seen them have a conversation.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's a fair perspective. So everyone gets back to the house.
Yeah.
Dymond is over the drama with Jody, and she's like, "We're all just gonna worry about ourselves."
Oh, now?
Which y'all should have been doing, but whatever.
but no, they want to be the couple that bring Sienna and Brandon outside and say, you know what? When you got the thing, you talk, and it's like, no, y'all are weird yourselves. Y'all have problems yourselves. As we gonna learn, you have a whole sister that don't like your man. Because your man out here moving foul. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, everybody should have been focused on themselves. The host told y'all to focus on yourselves. I don't know how many situations Dymond just seemed like the type of person, based on what I've seen, she has the characteristics of someone who can't mind her business. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Your 2 cents always turn to 25 cents. Keep it 2 cents between you and your man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Even when y'all was in the boom boom room yourselves and things like that, y'all couldn't help but talk about somebody else. Like, come on, man.
Well, Tarana pulls Chris and Sandia to talk to the relationship expert because we have those here. So Dymond and Aaron, y'all don't have to be the experts. so they talk to an actual relationship expert.
Help me.
They meet with Dr. Ramini. Sandia thinks that he's not good at dealing with her emotions. For her, she needs to talk in order to get through her emotions, but he doesn't always let her.
Okay.
He is friendly, he's physical with other people, and she is uncomfortable with that.
That's fair.
He tells her that she's too emotional. He knows that he's not being malicious when he acts or does the things he does. So it feels like he's being attacked for doing something that he's not actually doing. Okay. Well, Sandia knows that she wears her expressions on her face, and the doctor is telling him, like, basically what you need is empathy. You don't have to agree with her feelings, but you can empathize with her in her discomfort. Yeah. Be a safe space for her to land. Yeah. And I think that registered with Chris. Just by his facial expression, it seemed like he understood, like, and he even said, he was like, empathy. Okay. Like, I think he was really trying to accept that. Chris thinks the biggest challenge for him is going to be listening more and being more empathetic. Sandia also thinks that bringing issues from his past is damaging to their relationship. And the doctor says that he needs to feel safe too. So even though it's going to be a process for him to work through, you need to have some empathy for him as he works through those feelings. So they both agree that the pros outweigh the bad when it comes to their relationship.
Do Chris have redeemable qualities to make his relationship work?
I don't see it, but maybe he only shows it to Sandia. And that's the only reason I could think that she would be with him. Maybe when it's them alone, he's kind to her, and I don't know. But from everything that I've seen, like, he doesn't listen to her. And anything she says, it doesn't matter or it's not valid. And he can say and do whatever he wants with other people, and she just has to take it. So I don't see the redeemable qualities, but I mean, he's not my man, so.
Yeah. I don't know if he do. It's kind of wild to say a human don't have redeemable qualities, but, you know, this is a show, so.
Right.
Based on the characteristics he showed on the show, I find it very interesting how people react to that word empathy. I should remember when Giselle first heard that word, empathy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yes, that's not a big word. Like you learn that before second grade. Like you learn that first grade. You learn that with sharing and all that stuff. Like caring about other people's feelings.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is you should know how to care for other people's feelings because you want people to care about your feelings. So maybe it's just easy for me. I think it's really as simple. I understand that the expert is there to basically help them, guide them, but I really think it's as simple as he don't like her.
Yeah.
And you can tell somebody how to treat them more friendlier, but that doesn't make me like you though. Now I'm just treating you nicer. I don't think he like her. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, Jody has everyone at the dinner table playing a game.
Okay.
So the game is that everybody writes down answers to the questions that she gives, and they have to guess who said it.
Okay.
So one of the questions was something sexually you're curious about, but you haven't explored. Somebody wrote an orgy, and it was Jody.
Of course.
Aaron actually doesn't know what to do to increase his connection with Jody, but he wants to respect her boundaries.
I don't know. Aaron, you are a Rubik's Cube to me, brother. I don't know if you like her, to be honest. You telling me that you want to increase the connection, I don't believe you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think you like her. That's just my opinion.
I think he might be a little bit scared of her, to be honest, because to me, it's like he's always like kind of like walking behind her like a lost puppy, or at least when they're together, it doesn't seem like he's comfortable around her. It's just like, I'm beside her, but like, is she going to be nice to me? Like, I don't know. Like, I think he's a little bit nervous when it comes to her. And I think that's what's stopping him from being able to build a connection with her is because I think he's afraid of her reaction. Yeah. So
she's also kind of childish to me.
Yeah.
When I see Jody, I see like a grown kid. I don't know why. Maybe it's how she carry herself. Always loud. Always not. And I don't want to say always, but based on the show that I seen, she's not well put together.
Okay.
And things like that. Like the hair's not combed all the time. It just looked like she just got up. And then I don't know what their connection is, if there is any. You know.
Right. Well, Jody is having a conversation with Sandia, and she tells Sandia that she is not here for validation. Sandia does not like the drama. Jody doesn't think that she and Aaron have to be all over each other all the time.
Okay.
They both have their own things going on, and they come together, and she thinks that's the best recipe for a relationship.
Okay.
She says otherwise, she'll get tired and she'll leave. She says that she can be really tough in relationships, and the quicker she gets physical, the quicker she gets bored. And at one point, she also said like she's a man eater, and she'll like get with a guy and get rid of him and get bored of him really quickly. And she also says, we'll probably be the ones who don't argue because we're not always up under each other. And
the funny thing about this scene, which I told my wife while we was watching it, she will take time to talk to everybody except Aaron. She's sitting down having a one-on-one with Chris, high fiving Chris. Yeah, we see with people on the first night. Yeah, whoop, yippee, and all that stuff. And now she's sitting down talking to Sandia.
Yes.
Chris girl, you know what I mean? But we have not seen those one-on-one interactions with your own man. You get what I'm saying? And to think that you can say something like, we don't need to be up under each other. We got our own things. What own things y'all have in this house?
Exactly.
Like in this house that they isolated y'all to. What is y'all own things? Help me understand that, Blair.
Yeah, I mean, they're there to be isolated to focus on each other. So I don't know what you're distracting yourself with, but that's not the purpose of you being there. So I find that very interesting. And for her to say, yeah, we won't be arguing because y'all don't talk to each other.
Exactly.
Or when you do talk to him and you talk disrespectfully, I mean, he just lets it go because he doesn't know what to do with you, to be honest. So I don't know. She's a character.
Yeah, she is.
So Aaron H's friend Ronald arrives. Aaron says to Ronald that he wants to propose to Dymond before all of this is over. Okay. He knows that she is the one.
Okay.
Aaron isn't excited to see Dymond's sister. He put something up on Facebook basically saying that he loved her, and the sister was saying, well, we'll see about that. And then they ended up getting to it back and forth on the Facebook.
Of course.
So the sister told Dymond that she didn't like him.
Of course.
Well, Dymond's sister, Irene, arrives, and Irene comes in with attitude. Like, Irene is just already on 1,000. She tells Irene that, what's his name? Aaron cried at the first date, and Irene is just sitting there like, she's like, I do not care.
Me neither.
She says, no man that claims they love you and goes to the next woman, the grass isn't greener, then they're going to come back to you. Like, that doesn't make sense to Irene. So apparently, when Dymond was in Florida, he, what's his name? Aaron didn't know what Dymond was doing, or maybe like the status of the relationship. So there was this person that he had known for his whole life that he decided that he wanted to propose to. That person said that she had to think about it, and that's when he knew that that lady wasn't the one.
Stop right there. I wonder if y'all picked up on that. What I proposed to my wife, obviously, right? What made you propose to someone that made them say, I don't know, or I have to think about it?
Yeah.
What type of relationship did y'all have? If you had one.
That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Like, were y'all even in a relationship, or are you just out here proposing to people?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm like, that didn't let you know if she was or wasn't the one. I think you were the weirdo that was proposing to people because you went to high school with that person.
Right.
And probably just off a simple high, or just off of one date, or maybe 2 dates. I give you 2, right? You proposing to people and she like, I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
There's no realistic situation that you could date somebody for a period of time and them say, I have to think about it. It's rather yes or no.
Yeah.
So that was weird in itself.
It was. So Irene is saying, look, he ain't the one.
He ain't.
You're worth more.
You are.
And she asks him, what can he bring to the table besides D? Dymond tells her that that's not her place, and that you should love me and let me be happy.
Now, how come your sister can't be all up in your relationship? How are you in all these other people's relationship?
Hello?
That's family, actually. This one, at least you know your sister actually care about you. I don't think you really care about these people.
Right.
I don't think you go care about these people once y'all leave that house.
No.
But this is your family right here. How come she can't be all up in... How come it's not her place to be all up in your relationship the same way as you are in their relationship? But that's just me. I digress. I'm sorry.
That's a good question.
I'm sorry.
Well, my thing with that is that, of course, like... I think the sister definitely expressed your concerns, especially because she has not met this man. And this man proposed to somebody else when they were in a relationship. So, of course, express your concerns. But look, everybody's grown. Your sister's going to do what she wants to do. And all this attitude and this energy, to me, I'm just like, that's got to be heavy to carry around. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, I think her energy comes from their battle on social media.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know... Like, I don't have family like that that is so passionate against me picking someone in that matter. So that's why I'm like, he really gotta be trash, or she really gotta be off a rocker. Both could be right.
Yeah, it could be both.
Right, but I'm just like, I would take a cautious step if I love this sister so much that I bring her to the house, that she is basically my friend, my best friend. I would take in what she says or what, my siblings say into strong consideration, though. So I think a lot of it plays a part in why the sister's so riled up. That Dymond, she's basically telling Dymond, like, you don't think of yourself highly, like, look at what you're doing. Like, also the fact that she got into a spat with Aaron online, also the whole thing on publicly that he proposed to another woman and things like that. So there's a lot of factors that played into her hostility, in my opinion. Yeah,
that's fair. Well, Aaron and his friend Ronald come in, and Aaron introduces Dymond to Ronald. Yeah. And Aaron is like trying to figure out, I don't know what's up with all this energy with your sister. And she says she has an attitude because of social media. He said, she is paying attention to stuff that she's not supposed to be. And she said she is exactly where she's supposed to be. And he says, no, you need to get up out the business. He tells her she looks ugly. I mean, they get into like a whole back and forth. And she tells him he looks like a frog. Irene, she ends up saying, you're happy with your raggedy children. So they go toe to toe pretty deep, to the point that people are like pulling them away from each other and all of this stuff.
Yeah. Aaron, as someone who presents themselves, or as y'all presented yourself, Dymond and Aaron, as someone to be mature and models of the house, you're arguing with your second woman on the same episode. Yeah. What's up with you yelling? You can't have composure. You can't have some type of maturity. You don't know how to eject yourself from a hostile environment, and instead you actually inject and actually add to the hostile environment. I'm not saying that she was right, but you being the one on the outside, mind you, this is this girl's sister, right? I don't think you represented yourself well, right? She didn't have to say nothing about your kids. I understand that. But by then, the gloves was off. You get what I'm saying? And y'all over there insulting each other doesn't add anything. It doesn't add anything to your overall point. I think at one point he was talking to his best friend, Ronald, I think his name was, saying that he planned on proposing to her at the end of this whole process. So I'm like, I don't think you are ready for marriage because to be ready for marriage means you have to be ready for family. And you have shown yourself in this episode that you cannot get along with this girl's sister. And until you and her can come to a like-mindedness to where y'all can think on the same page that both benefit Dymond in like some way, I don't think you're the right guy. I don't think you're the right guy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I think he made such a bad impression online with Irene that I don't think Irene is ever going to come around.
Really?
No, I don't think there's anything he could do. But the thing he could do is just keep composure and just be like, Dymond, it's your sister. I'm going to let you take care of her. But I'm not going to be around for her to talk crazy to me.
And just walk away.
And just walk away.
Yeah, but
but he wants to interact. He likes going back and forth with women, so.
It is what it is, man. It's a shame you show yourself to be this way. Yeah. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Listen here, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. I want to see those comments. Y'all be good.
Bye.